आज प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स घेता दोन इश्यू उलोवपाक. One is about GST, which affects our state finance, and दुसरे about the change of name and surname, abuse and misuse जाता. On the GST issue, a very major, startling revelation was made in the Rajya Sabha by none other than our Finance Minister of India, Nirmala Sitharaman. Nirmala Sitharamanaचे स्पीचीन दोन भाग आसात. एक दिसा ती सांगता ती GSTचे कंपोनंट्स आहात ते एक स्टेट GST कंपोनंट ते 100% आमचे स्टेट सरकाराक येता. म्हणल्यार आमचे गोंयचे सरकाराक 100% पावले. मागीर IGST आसा. IGST कितें स्टेट आनी सेंटर शेअरिंग करतात तेन्ना we get about 50%, states get about 50%. And तिसरे central GST म्हणून आसा. About 41% of central GST upon the recommendation of the Finance Commission ते पासून स्टेट्स येता. हे कित्याक तीन सांगलें थिंगा कित्याक ऑपोजिशन आमचे पार्टी आसात ते एलिगेशन आरोप करताले की तुम्ही अनफेअर ट्रीटमेंट दितात स्टेट्साक, पयशे पावनात टायमार, आनी देखून तिणें आन्सर दिल्ले. मागीर परत आमचे तृणमूल काँग्रेसाचे साकेत गोखले म्हणून आसा राज्यसभा मेंबर, तेणें सप्लिमेंटरी इंचारता आसतना तेणें इंचारले कोणाचे देणे आसा आनी कितले देणे आसा. आनी तुमकां शॉक आसतलें आयकपा स्टेटमेंट तिणें कितें केला. सोंपें जावपाक आनी टू यूज द इंग्लीश फ्रेज टू हियर इट फ्रॉम द हॉर्सीज माउथ हांव वाजयतां ती कितें म्हणटा ती.
100% of the state GST. States receive 100% of the state GST collected in that state. Nobody touches it. Approximately 50% of the IGST, which is collected for the transaction between states, is given. Approximately 50 goes to the states. States receive 100% of the state GST. States receive 100% of the state GST collected in that state. Nobody touches it. Approximately 50% of the IGST, which is collected for the transaction between states, is given. Approximately 50 goes to the states. And 41% of the central government share of the GST, CGST, is also devolved to the states based on Finance Commission's recommendations. So tax devolution, which is suggested by the Finance Commission, tells very clearly that 100% of what you collect in GST is with you, 50% of the IGST goes to you, 41% of the central GST also goes to the states. One. Second.
So this is the first part. तुम कळले आता. स्टेट GST स्टेटा येता, IGST 50% स्टेटा येता, आणि 41% ऑफ CGST सेंट्रल GST स्टेटा येता. तीन म्हणले. This is taken from Economic Times. You know that they have made this video, so you have to also give acknowledgement to them. आता this was followed up with another statement which came 3 days back. And this part is very shocking. The shocking part is IGST आमचे कोटेन आसात ते आमचे IGST from 2017 Goa has not got it. And what does she say? Why Goa has not given? She has singled out Goa as the first instance in the Rajya Sabha to say that the Goa government has not submitted AG certificate. AG certificate म्हणलोले Accountant General certificate. The moment Accountant General certificate comes, it is scrutinized, the funds will be released. She has said from 2017-18, 2018-19, 2019-20, 2020-21, 2021-22, and even now. This now you listen to what she says.
Play कर.
And I would also, in addition, like to ask states which have had their GST dues pending or withheld, what is the reason behind that?
Honorable Minister.
Stop झालं. Next video.
Thank you for the opportunity. Through you, I'd like to ask the Honorable Minister, what is the total amount of GST dues of states, especially West Bengal and other states, that are yet to be released to them? And I would also, in addition, like to ask states which have had their GST dues pending or withheld, what is the reason behind that?
Honorable Minister.
Oh, sorry. This one has been cut off in the wrong place.
1920, AG certificate has not been received, Goa. And again, Goa for 21-22 and 22-23, the quarter one. So no AG certificate has come. In fact, for 22-23, except for Karnataka, no state has given the AG certificate to us as yet. Now, West Bengal, since the honorable members from West Bengal, 2019-20,
But you understand, this is because Ankita Munda, you're talking of financial management, fiscal management. तूं टॅक्स लायता आमचे लोकांक आनी आमचे टॅक्स वाडयता म्हणून देणे ते आमकां पयशे येवपाचे आमकां तूं तुमगे ऑफिसर तुमचे बरोबर कॉपरेट करना. सो माय क्वेश्चन इज द गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ गोवा अवेअर ऑफ दिस? Have the officers told the government that this is a lapse on our part and we are not getting the money? Either this money will go into the budget, into the budgetary funds. And you understand, our tax burden will be low, our deficits will be low. Or is the government aware of this and hiding it from the citizens of in Goa? Either this is very bad. If the Union Finance Minister is making such an allegation in the Parliament, in the Rajya Sabha, I think the government needs to respond with clarity as to what is this financial bungling which is going on, who is responsible, and fix the accountability for it. Because according to me, it's either the officers have hidden it from the government, or the officers have informed the government, but the government is not taking any positive steps and hiding it from the people. And I think this is very serious, because if you get the money, loka pasun relief metta. You don't want to increase anything, whether it's taxes, whether it is even electricity hike, nothing requires to be done. Because kote ni poshe etla, azaran kote netla. So it is 1,000 of crores will come. And you have heard it from 2017 till today. It can't be just, I can understand 6 months, 3 months, 9 months delay, no problem. It can't be for so many years and you are just sleeping over it. Who's going to bear the loss of it? What about the interest which we are losing every year? Who's going to pay for it? Will it be the officers? Because it means we, the citizens, locals, tax fari koru potale to recover that money which you are not getting. So I think this is the first thing which I wanted to highlight to you all on this issue. Now the second one which I want to talk about is
driver.
After question.
yeah, please you can ask.
So many years government has not given AG certificate, just now you said. So how many amount should Goa government lost due to this?
See, I can say, GST will not be in a few lakhs, it will be in crores. Because you see the volume of interstate trade which is happening. interstate services which are being taking place, because GST is goods and service tax. So interstate what is going on will be in thousands of crores. The exact figures will be known when the government of Goa makes the claim and submits the statement and demands the amount. It can be plus and minus. They may agree with some figure, they may reduce it, or they may give you 100% of what you ask. But unless they first tabulate how much it is, I can't offhand, off the record, get it, because they have not prepared their sheets. So it will be for the government of Goa and the finance department especially, and the GST section to answer to this.
And one more thing, sir,
CM heading finance department, so who is responsible because CM is the finance minister.
That's see, I have put it in two cases. One is he aware? If he is aware, then I would say he is responsible. If he is not aware, he should wake up and he should pull up the officers who may have been hiding this fact from him. Because remember one thing, sometimes we also do many things. We may or may not be aware of many things what happens below us. I can't blame anyone. But I'm not giving him the benefit of doubt till I know it. I must be sure to make an allegation until I see the file. But this is what has happened just 3 days back. So by the time I ask RTI whether it's DS or no and all, 30 days or next month it will go. So I thought this will be an issue we will take up in the budget session. I'm telling you, budget is not a budget session, but there will be supplementary budget at length. So that time we will fire our guns on this issue also, because this is a very important matter for our state's economy.
Yes, sir. We know Moving Within is a GST council member. He goes for meeting every time. So is he also not aware about this?
See, being a member of the GST council is different from being the minister of GST. You understand it? So attending the meeting and putting up a case and putting whatever is required, he will be like I would say, like an agent of the government of Goa who goes there to canvass for the government to go and protect the interests of the government of Goa. Now again, was he informed? Was he not informed? Was he briefed? If he was, what did he do? If he was not, then you can't blame somebody for it. In the same level it is. So I don't want to make a statement that he or the chief minister may be responsible if they did not know it. But now that the finance minister has spoken in the Rajya Sabha, if the government is aware, let the government come out bare with the facts, and let the government, including chief minister, make a statement that he is aware of it or not aware of it. If he is not aware, what action he is taking against those officers who are responsible for this. But if he is aware, question is, why did he hide it? Why has he not told the people? Why is it not told the assembly? And what action is being taken to correct this? Because we need the money at the end of the day.
So will it be a blame game in future that government will put on minister will put on officers?
I hope it's not going to become like sunburn.
कित्याक गव्हर्नमेंट म्हणटा आमचे कडेन पगार घालपाक सुद्दां
To
पयशे
that officer घरा न्ही.
Take action on officers.
Officer has bungled up in such a big amount, send them home. If you send them home, you'll come to know they will give a reply to the show cause notice. That what they did or what they didn't do. You can't play hide and seek here. This is all on record. At least there in Sunburn, they said orally we told. Matya muntar orally kai nashillam munamka. Here this will be on record. If the officers of the government did not even consider raising the demand for GST, it's a bigger lapse. It will be in the file. File notings astal.
कॅग रिपोर्टान रेजिमेंशन नासलो न्ही आतां ऑडिटर जनरलाची सर्टिफिकेट जाय म्हणटा कॅग रिपोर्टान सुद्दां दाखोवंक जाय न्ही असलो कितें मेन्शन करता पयलीं.
No, I have not seen the CAG report on that. But you see what happens is, if the CAG report has not considered this, it may be because the finance department did not show it to them. It might have shown a happy picture. आणि थर्ड पार्टी तुम पळयतात इतले पयशे आयले GSTचे व्हडले सेलिब्रेशन अशें. It is as a matter of right we should get this money. There is nothing of favor. She herself says it. So this is nothing which is and there is no hide and seek which can be played by anybody here. Please make it clear No one can play. I will get the file notings of this GST and I will place it before you all and place it before the house also.
Do you think because of these lapses on the government part, there has been an inflation in Goa and all the price hike and all those?
It would be one of the reasons. It may not be the only reason, because you see, inflation has several reasons, including global economy. Everything is there. So that could also happen. Plus, don't forget, we've just overcome COVID. So we had our own problems. Everyone had problems at that time. So I can't blame this is the sole cause. It could be one of the causes of inflation. The second issue which I want to talk is about the change of name and surname. Ami petition gaile. I was arguing that petition. The petition is admitted. It is pending in the High Court. Kita left, right, center लोक येतालो. हुंचो कोण जाणा हुंचो तो येतालो गोंया आणि नेम चेंज करतालो. सडनली गोंयकार जातालो. थोडे पाटी आमचे जातीचे सर्टिफिकेट घेवन बेनिफिट घेयले आणि आमगे गोंयकार उरले थिंगा. So we had challenged this in the High Court. The petition has been admitted and the government has said we will not allow this to happen and we will make an amendment to the law. आता amendment केला. Amendment कित केला? ते registrar पावर आसलो ते civil court दिला. But the question is, the issue, आमगे issue कितें? To name change करता, तो समता दुसरो मनीस जाता. I will give you. First name I forget, but I will give you exactly how it works. Some Muzaffar Sheikh became Mark Rodriguez. Some Rathod coming from Karnataka has become Naik. Today's advertisements which were shared with me. I have no problem. You have the freedom to change your name. Maybe the parents gave you some name which you don't like. Atuk ek samta, just like off the hand. Pedru म्हणून आसा, Pedru. पण आमचे गोंयकार तूं जाण लादरू पेद्रू म्हणटात. So sometimes people don't like this. आमचे joke मारतात or आमकां असले नांव बरें लागना. So they change it. It's all right. It's fair if you wish not to remain with that name, you have a different name. But in many countries across the world, I have seen these certificates. When they change the name, there is a remark column. And the remark column makes a small mention what was your previous name and by what order it has been changed. आज चोय तूं criminal आयले जाल्यार absconding criminal, maybe a terrorist, he changed the name. You look for that record that he's come, you'll never find him because he's got a new name. He'll end up getting Aadhaar card. He'll end up getting voting card. And that will be a security issue, a terrorism issue even for our small state and for the nation. So, as far as this is concerned, our party will bring out amendment so as to force the government, because it remarks monasa in a birth certificate and so the remarks blank asta. In the remarks column, to give in these details, you may just say, you may not say what was his previous name. You can say name changed as per order dated so and so. You can say that. So at least ek hint asa thing. Because he doesn't want that old name to show up, no problem. But there must be the remark that his name was changed by an order. So this is a second issue. Otherwise, the identity of the Goans is getting lost by people who are acquiring names. We have also seen that by changing names, people are also committing frauds in properties. Dead people are becoming alive. And they're grabbing properties, selling it to strangers. Some strangers are innocent buyers. Some may be part of the racket by saying, let us grab any property we get. But most of them are innocent buyers. People don't want to invest in money to let their money sink. People don't want to invest in thousands and crores of rupees to let the money go. People want to invest to get returns. People want to invest to make some business and a living. And I think this should be something which we need to watch, and we need to make sure that the name change and surname should not be done on the drop of a hat.
What is the criteria for to change the name?
There's nothing. On what basis? Now I can understand, even like I'll tell you, Tony is Antonio, can also be Anthony. This kind of changes. D'Souza, Da Souza, D apostrophe Souza, those kind of changes. When I was ASG for the Government of India, there used to be this kind of correction issues which used to come. And every time people used to go to the court for these minor corrections. And I told the government of Minister of External Affairs, I wrote letter saying that these are the names which are frequently being changed. And you should not force people to go to court. It may be that I earn some money for going there, but people are putting more inconvenience. They have to engage a lawyer, they have to go to court and waste time. When these are all minor technical corrections to be done. And let me say one thing, the Government of India, the Ministry of External Affairs, agreed with my proposal and had written to the passport office here not to trouble people on these kind of issues. At their discretion, that they could change this. But when let us say that a sheikh becomes Rodriguez, what is the basis? Have you done a conversion? Any proof of the conversion? Or only for sake of some benefit you are going to change your complete name from one religion to another?
But is there any provision in law for the change of name?
I would say one thing. There are two laws. One is the Registration of Births and Deaths Act, which is a central law. And according to me, under that law, it was possible to correct. But the government of Goa felt that it is not possible. And in 1990, Dr. Kashinath Jalmi had moved a bill. Then he was asked to withdraw, and the government of Goa itself moved a bill, which was sent to the union government for concurrence, which was returned by union government by saying that you can do it at your level. And the government of Goa brought out this Change of Name and Surname Act of 1990. I know it because I had handled that file, so I know about it. We got under RTI the complete file. So so you understand there is one law which is the central law and the other one is the state law. That is where we have challenged the state law by saying there is no criteria laid down. All and sundry can change names. There is no parameters on which you can have a touchstone to see where the change is genuine and where change is not genuine. And it is arbitrary. If I like you, I may allow you. If I don't like you, I'll harass you. It should not be there. It should be, if you're entitled, you're entitled. Not entitled, no, so be it.
So we can see in Goa a lot of migrants have already changed their surnames. So
see what has happened in the past. Unless we take up individual cases, it's very difficult to bring them and start changing their names behind their back. As far as future, we need to stop this kind of change. I use a phrase which we use in English. We need to arrest this kind of migration with the name change and surname. So which we need to move with little speed. And if the government is serious, the government will support us, or government itself may suo moto come with it. But we will definitely put it up in the forthcoming assembly session in January.
And we have seen in the past also, sir, that Goans themselves change name to some OBC caste names so that they can get benefit from OBC schemes.
See, as far as the caste people, there is a committee and they have their associations. They will certify whether a person belongs to a caste or does not belong to a caste. There are cases where somebody has also paid someone and got a caste certificate, which we have heard. And but it's for that association. If you sell your soul, what can we do? So first there should be a clear-cut criteria on what basis you can be granted and in which cases you will be refused also. Both things should be there. First part. Second part is when the change of the name and surname or either one of is changed and you want to have a new birth certificate, that remarks column must incorporate a statement that a change has been made by this one. If two changes are made, both changes must be shown.